ArsenalFanTV bully. It was a very frustrating game today. You know, we knew what they were going to do, and they came and they did it. They did it pretty well, but we got over the line in the end. And Giroud, you criticise him a lot sometimes, but he came up with the goods today.
Well, he was actually being fouled, so if he had missed, it should have been a penalty, but we probably wouldn't have got it. But yeah, he did all right for that, but still stood around a hell of a lot. Right. And when you've got two...
Is it though, was he not getting, you know, throughout the game, as I think DT made a point earlier, not a lot of service going into him though?
Yeah, but he's got to move around to actually make himself available to be able to get the service. Yeah? It's no good standing there and having two defenders, one either side of you. And not only that, but it's also blocking the goal for anybody that can have a shot from outside of the goal. Half the goal's blocked by Giroud and two defenders.
But a fantastic header by him under pressure.
Yeah,
and we can't underestimate how big that goal was.
I think he was falling over and didn't actually know where it was going to end up, but like...
You're being very harsh today, isn't you?
If he'd be honest, he'd probably say that. But
that's harsh.
No, it was well taken, and it went in well. Like, and Foster, apart from wasting time, had pulled off a couple of other good saves as well. But
you know, I was going to ask you for your take on this, right? This whole thing about wasting time, we see it all the time with teams where the goalkeepers, they waste time, and it's almost like they know that it's going to take the referee right until late in the game before he books them. And plus as well, I think goalkeepers look on it and say to themselves, there's no way I'm going to get 2 yellows for wasting time anyway, so they just keep doing it.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like, but Sawbrick actually spoke to him in the first 5 minutes and then did nothing after that. If he'd have booked him in the first 10 minutes, the first three times he did it, right, he wouldn't have done it again.
Do you think it's one of these things where it's going to have to be something that comes from higher than the referees? A bit like the pulling in the box thing. We used to see it past couple of years. Everyone was doing it and getting away with it. They've come out this season and said, right, you know, from higher up, the Referees Association said, we're not tolerating it no more. And immediately, within a couple of games of, I think a penalty was given today for the same thing in the Palace game. You're seeing less and less of it now. Is this something they're going to have to do with the time waste?
The Gomez penalty conceded.
No, I think there was a penalty. I think Palace conceded a penalty for. So, is this something with the wasting time that's going to have to be from higher up from the referees?
Yeah, but like it's whether it comes out of the Premier League bosses or the the FA, right? But the FA don't actually run the referees in the Premier League. The Premier League run the referees in the Premier League. Right, they're totally different. So the FA, it does need to be addressed. We also had a foul given against when the defender made the back and Sanchez went over his shot and he gave the foul against Sanchez. Yet the other week when Giroud did the same similar sort of thing, he gave the foul. Referee give a foul against Giroud. We need the consistency, and you're not going to get that while you've got Riley in charge of the referees. He was the most inconsistent referee. They do need it not to be left up to their own decision and perception of it. It needs to be like, right, this is it. If it's this, it's that. Right. To be honest, though, we could have actually fallen foul of it ourselves with Gabby, because that was a two-footed challenge in the first half, and he got away with just a talking to and not a red card. So
the referee's pretty fair today then?
He was pretty useless, really, but he just stopped. I don't think I think he actually booked Giroud for making a tit of himself, like with that overhead kick. Like, I mean, Giroud walked away holding his head like that. Like, but that's definitely going to be shown on Match of the Day tonight, so he ain't going to get away from it at all.
Happy New Year, mate.
Happy New Year. Cheers. And Happy New Year to everybody.
Cheers, mate.